After World War II, well, the formation of world bodies to see that wars don't happen, but some of the statistics say, this statistic is in 2000, it is still true, I think, because since 2000 so many wars have happened. From 1944, when the World War ended in two big blots on humanity, the two nuclear bombs dropped on people who did not know what the hell it is. From there till 2000, statistics say not a single day passed on this planet without some kind of war or battle happening. That entire 66 years, 56 years, it's been happening. Well, from 2000 onwards, all of you have witnessed how many nations have been ravaged. So, now we are at war because what is happening now definitely has to be handled and in war footing. But a gentler army of people, doctors and nurses and fighting, but a whole lot of people are determined to see the war takes maximum toll. Unfortunately, people are taking out protests about the lockdown in United States. In other countries also small protests have happened. In India, certain people wanting to consciously spread it, they're spitting on the vegetables and selling it, infected people. It's really unfortunate that this has been the mindset of humanity for some reason or the other, that, well, somewhere we have a fatal attraction towards havoc. We want havoc. We think it'll only happen to others. But that's not how it happens. When it happens to others, it will happen to us also. But the level of prejudice, the level of hatred, the level of resentment that you want to cause damage to somebody else's life has unfortunately sank so deep into human heart. Based on race, religion, nationality, ideologies, these damn things have taken such a big toll in the last few hundred years, unbelievable. The amount of suffering that we have heaped upon each other in the name of race, religion, national borders and national interests, and of course for ideological stuff, is truly… it's very clear. The moment you get identified with any one of these things strongly, whether it's your race or particularly your religion, because here you have divine sanction to do horrible things. Nationality also, it's all right, we belong to a nation because that's a way to manage the world, because we have no mechanism to manage the whole globe, we have to manage nations, that's the only way we can manage people. And stupid ideologies that you make up in your head become more sacred than life itself. Well, if humanity has to become in some way not fully liberated, at least reasonably free from these damn things, turning inward, an experience beyond physical boundaries, which is being described as spiritual process, essentially it's this, that your identity is not limited to physical boundaries, either of body or of community or of race or religion or nationality or ideology. This is all spiritual process means, that your boundary is not limited by any physical entity. If this doesn't happen large scale, as we become more and more competent, as our science makes progress, our disasters will get more dastardly, more complicated and more sinister. So human competence has become a massive problem right now, simply because people are identified with little things. As a generation of people, if we do not strive to get people beyond their limited identities of these 4-5 things, these 4-5 things, if you ask me, I know people are going to attack me for this. These 4-5 things which I mentioned, race, religion, ideology, these must be put in the category of filthy words in our languages. Because this is the worst kind of filth that's happened to humanity. The color of my skin, the nonsense that I believe in, and something that I make up in my head and make it sacred, these things have made human beings do things that no human being can be proud of, but they are proud of it because something more than their intelligence tells them. And they're hearing voices from elsewhere. So, at a time like this, every sensible human being on this planet, if we don't stand up and act now, well, it clearly shows we are not interested in the future well-being of human race. That's what it means.